Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Best of the Rest Awards. This is something I just thought of today. I'm going to go through 3 different things that I found throughout the year that I really enjoyed and share it with you. First things first, Scavenger's Reign. It's a cartoon. It is for adults. It takes place on the spectacularly lush moon, where 3 sets of crew persons have crash landed from their ship, the Demeter. The show pans between the different groups as they encounter this extraordinarily spectacular world. This show has the best world building I've seen in a long time. Everything moves, everything scurries, everything is interactable. And basically, the basic premise is these 3 groups need to travel back to the Demeter in the hopes of being rescued or being able to get off planet. Like I said before, this is a show that is bright. It is colorful. The botany, the flora, the fauna, they jump out. Everything has little tubey things. Everything has weird protuberances from their orifices. If you're squeamish about like multi-eyed organisms or things that kind of squish and squash, think of this as like squashmallows for adults. Avoid this. It is a little bloody. There's a little bit of gore, but it's the most interesting show I've seen for a long time. They literally have shown us probably 100 different creatures, and the crew interact with them. They try to eat some of them, avoid some of them. This is a really phenomenal show. 10 episodes. Essentially, I like to think of this show as watch what happens when I touch this, because as the crew has to inhabit this planet, this moon, they have to touch and interact with pretty much everything around them. Plus, there's an evilish. I mean, everybody's kind of nuanced. Ginger. Who doesn't love an evil Ginger? The score is really sparse. This is a phenomenal show, and I haven't even quite finished it yet, but it still makes my top 10 list. For video games, everybody's on the bandwagon of Mario Wonder. I'm jumping on too because this game makes you smile. Apparently, in 2023, inventive, innovative things is what I needed and it's what I want. Mario Wonder is where it's at. There's some new characters. There's some new abilities. Yes, it's a 2D side-scroller. I guess 2D and a half, technically. But it's so inventive. There's so many interesting things. You will not stop smiling. I'd like to give out a special notice, though. This is a really old copy of the box, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, although DLCs are not a new phenomenon, they've been around forever, my kids and I really enjoyed getting to experience 2 new cups, some new tracks every, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever it was, quarterly. I'm ready for the new Mario Kart. It sounds like that's in the works, but I really thought that was kind of a cool thing for Nintendo to kind of have a schedule, and then you could count down and circle on your calendar, hey, these are 10 new cups coming out. I know a lot of the tracks were old tracks, but for me, a lot of them were actually new, so I enjoyed it. So, Scavenger's Reign, TV show, Mario Wonder, Mario Kart, books. You may know that I'm a big reader. I just finished a book, and I thought it was important enough that I mention on this end of the year recap show. It's right here, Yellowface, R.F. Kuang. This is her, I believe, 6th book, but it's the first that's not specifically a fantasy book. This is a book that satirizes the publishing industry. It's a tale of a struggling writer who happens to be in possession of a manuscript from her recently deceased friend. Basically, she pawns it off as her own, and then, obviously, the book, as it gains popularity, gets under scrutiny. So this is a really interesting read. It's bright, it's crisp, it's first-person narration. June Hayward is the white woman in her late 20s who she's basically visiting her best friend. Her name's Athena Liu, and she is a phenomenal writer. She's a 20-something wonder kid. They're actually celebrating her newest Netflix deal, and they make some pancakes, and the successful writer, Athena, she chokes. And despite attempts at the Heimlich, which seem genuine, she passes away, and she was a particularly private writer, and her 1,400-page manuscript is available, and our struggling writer, June Hayward, she takes it, and she make some additions and some subtractions, and she works with her publishing group, who has been very much seeking a new book from her. Anyway, she publishes it to great acclaim and success. The book is about the Chinese Labor Corps. They were workers who were recruited by the British Army during World War One. Our narrator, June, she is a white woman. She kind of tries to pass off as Asian American through some various machinations, thus the title of our book, Yellowface. I'm not going to give anything away. Obviously, things don't particularly end up well for really any of our characters. But it's a breezy, propulsive read, a satirical literary thriller, and I really recommend it. On a little bit of a lighter note, to end this, I just ended up reading the Lemony Snicket series, started getting back into that with my kids, and I want to give that a shout out. It got some acclaim, it got some publicity, there's been some numerous iterations done in terms of TV and movies, but these are really fun books. They're crisp, they're not light per se, but they kind of flow really nicely. Really interesting characters. I think the orphans are phenomenally well written. The Baudelaires, I think a lot of fun things ensue. I know it's not a new book, and I know it's won a number of awards, but I would be remiss if I didn't point out that the Lemony Snicket series deserves your attention. So, thanks for joining me on the Best of the Rest 2023 recap. I will do more of these, so until we meet again, take care.